Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie Loftus and I'm currently in my first semester at CCP for architecture. First, I'm going to talk about my educational background and what I currently do for a living, and then I'm going to get into who my biggest influences are and why I am interested in architecture. In 2007, I graduated from Archbishop Bryan High School to where I went on and attended Alvernia University in 2008 on a soccer scholarship. Alvernia University is in the Reading area, and unfortunately, I only lasted a semester because I just didn't like the area I was in and I wanted to come back home and go to school in Philadelphia. So in 2009, I attended Bucks County Community College for their baking and pastry arts program. It's a 3-year program. It's an apprenticeship, so you do have to work on the job, either being a bakery or a restaurant, and accumulate so many hours in order to receive your certificate. So I did that from 2009 until 2012. In October of 2012, I did give birth to my daughter, who is currently 8 years old. And here's my daughter right here.
Hi.
Her name is Breslin, and I love her so much, and she is my motivation to achieve my degree in architecture. But anyways, so from 2010 to 2017, I worked in 3 different bakeries trying to learn everything I possibly could with the custom cakes, because eventually I wanted to own my own business and do it from home so I could be home with her. So in 2017, I quit my job, $20 in my bank account, and took it on myself. And it has grown in those 3 years to more than anything I could have imagined. But with that being said, that brings me to the architecture side and why I am interested in the field. And also going back to school at 31 years old, never actually receiving a degree in anything, brings me to who my biggest influences are. One is definitely my mom. She's definitely been there for me through giving the birth of my daughter and helping me with that, because I am a single mother. She went to When I was about 5 years old, she decided to go back to school. She went to CCP for nursing. She transferred to Temple. She got her bachelor's in nursing. And she managed to do that with 3 kids and working a part-time job. She does currently work in the field. She works at Holy Redeemer in St. Joseph's Manor. That's the job she received after receiving her diploma, and she still works there today. But she is definitely my biggest influence because she had 3 kids and raised 3 kids and graduated. And if she can do it with 3 kids, then I can definitely do it with 1 kid. So she is my influence for graduating and completing it. But I do also have someone else who is an influence. It is my boyfriend. He is the project manager of a masonry company in the city, so he does restore a lot of buildings down there, and I have seen a lot down there, building wise and architecture wise, and realizing how interested I am in it and actually how beautiful a building can be. So being with him, I actually noticed the similarities between the cakes and the architecture side, as in, for example, if I have a tier cake, each tier needs to be supported or it's going to collapse. The same thing would happen with the building if you didn't have the right structure and support system behind it. And also what I learned is architectures have deadlines, and I have a deadline, which means I have a week to finish everything by the weekend. So 6 cakes in a week, they have to be done. And also Even the invention of the caulking gun came from a piping bag, which is similar. Being it two totally different careers, but still being the same on the artistic side and probably the science side too, which I'm not very familiar with, but that is what I want to learn about. And that is kind of what brought me into being interested in architecture, just by going into the city every weekend and seeing all the buildings. And even being, I've lived in Philadelphia my whole life, and I have never even explored the cities the way that my boyfriend shows it to me. So I see it in a whole different perspective. Um, we also travel to different cities to see different structures just for that fact, and it really struck my interest in it. And up until about 6 weeks ago, I just decided, hey, this is what I want to do, and this is what I am going to do and accomplish. I'm going to get my degree in this. So, some of the problem solving skills that I would use to avoid distractions is definitely to think positively about the situation. Don't let anything negative affect me, being as in seeing myself holding the diploma or walking down an aisle with the graduation cap on and my daughter next to my side, envisioning that every day and trying to see it happen, and eventually knowing if I do that, that it can happen and it will happen. The second thing is definitely being organized, knowing my deadlines for everything, whether it's cakes or the assignments that I need to have for school. Um, Balancing extracurricular activities such as soccer, because we both play, and her being virtual and getting her school stuff done. I just know that I need to have a schedule and be organized and have everything neat, a nice portfolio to get me to where I want to go. And definitely the third one is definitely keeping my mental state right. I don't, like I said before, I think thinking positively about every situation will help more positive things come to you instead of negative. And I think that would really help me finish, whether I finish in 6 years or if I finish in 10. I just know that at the end of the road, I see myself finishing in getting my degree in architecture. So that is a little bit about myself. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long. And that's it. Thank you.